February 15th, 1942. The Germans seems to be doing everything they can to prevent the two gigantic pincers of the Red Army from closing in around Smolensk. Having sealed off the southern approaches to the city with a bunch of stretched thin motorized units, they are now forcing the cavalry of the Bryansk front to march all the way westwards and potentially even to attack their logistics hub at Vitebsk. But the growing length of the flanks is now starting to worry the Soviet High Command, that is now getting increasingly alarmed about a potential and renewed German offensive against Kaluga and Tula. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2. And so I would say, by this turn 35, February 15th, 1942. Even though today is actually February 14th and it's actually my birthday, so yeah, I know I'm getting old. But yes, on my birthday, the day I'm uploading this episode, it is, I would say, clear to both sides which is now the objective of this super weird shape / salient here that the Red Army created over the past turns. And let's briefly have a look at the situation. The only maneuver that the Axis forces committed this week was just the encirclement of of these two rifle divisions, which I mean, anyway, it's fine. They will be doomed anyway. But besides that, I mean, I see that they left here a gap, but can I? Nah, I don't want to ruin to lose the 111th Rifle Division as well. So here I will just adopt a very defensive posture. Assuming that he won't push me out of, for instance, this axis and be behind the Pola river. But besides that, what I wanted to say is that on one hand, this week I will try to from the north try to push into Vitebsk, or at least severe this railway line over here, while from the south I see that my opponent moved the this is the 329th Infantry Division, and this is the okay, this one, what is this? Oh, the 113th. What is it? Why I see only one regiment here? So either he has units here or here in Orsha, or what I think would be very smart would be to put units here where you have rough terrain. So, and this will force me to, instead of fighting and simply go around this line here, to go with a wider maneuver to take Orsha and Vitebsk from behind, I would say from the southwest. But yeah, anyway. Besides that, yes, the goal of this week is to, as I said, to rejoin, to link up at around Vitebsk with the 48th Army and the 39th Army as well as to try to go around this defensive line here. What I can also do, since here I have the, let's say, motorized by mistake 1st Cavalry Corps, I could even reach or try to reach Minsk by following this road over here. Let's think about it. Can you imagine the humiliation of losing Minsk in 1942? This would be like hilarious for me, just for the prank, you know. But yeah, anyway. What I was also noticing on the Axis defensive line is that there are many regiments over here and there are many divisions over here. Now, what I think that my opponent can do is to let's say hold a very thin defensive line. So I would say he's doing the economy of forces, because here he's just holding a barely defensible defensive line over here, and as well as over here. So I believe that he might be launching potentially some counterattacks, either here towards maybe Peremyshl and Kozelsk, and Kaluga, or he might be going for a push towards Tula. Because also here, there is like this very tiny salient that I just noticed. And if he either pushes in this area and in this area, and then maybe surrounds these units over here, and then he pushes towards Tula, he could do the same in this sector here. And maybe, I say again, maybe, because here he holds the, let's say, easternmost hex of all the ones controlled by the Axis in this salient. He might be going for a counterattack next week in this sector, because by doing so he would surround virtually the 24th, the 52nd, all of the Bryansk front, and the 21st, which has no units, and the third army of the Central Front. So let's say, besides pushing, I also want to start to reinforce the Tula, Maloyaroslavets, Kaluga, and Plavsk sectors. I do have some reserve armies, but I also have some rifle divisions that I actually took care in sorting, which are stationed in the reserve theater box. And these are namely these ones here. These were units that were, besides these two, the others were units that let's say were already on the map by 1942. And because of this, I will want to... Okay, I will want to move them on the map next turn, ideally. And, oops, sorry, no, that's rifle and reserve. So we have the 6th Rifle Division, okay, and to the map. And besides that, we do have the 12th on the map. We do have the 405th on the map. Actually, let me move them one column to the right. 405th has been transferred. The 267 is not here. The 335th is here, so on the map. And I know I shouldn't be doing this, but because let's be honest, I really forget to comment every single step of my videos. So now you get a taste of what is like micromanaging the Soviet reserve theater box. We have the 401st, which I think has been moved already, and the 134th, which is here, and then I have the 218th, which is here. And I will move other units, but later on throughout the turn. And let's say, having said that, let's quickly have a look at the events. We have the Axis grand success in North Africa, Smolensk partisans, Soviet partisans, Normandy, and the famous Channel Dash. And then we also have the turn summary, which shows that they've lost, nearly 13,000 men, and I got nearly 55,000 men on the map, over 200,000 in the reserve theater boxes, and the Axis received almost 44,000 men as reinforcements, most likely on the map. And if now I have a look at the losses, we have 11, and again, almost the same losses, and almost 1 million losses for the Axis. And yes, let's just ignore the Soviet losses for a second. Air losses 0 because only 1. Okay, interesting. And yeah, actually the on map, where is it? The on map order of battle. And yeah, I mean, come on, man, almost 6 million manpower on the map. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. And yeah, the last point that I wanted to mention is that I realized one thing. To reinforce the southern edge of this bulge, I can motorize my units. I totally forgot about it. Like, I have plenty of APs, and if I now motorize these units over here, I mean, look at this. This is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. Come on, man. Look at that. Boom. Next week they will be deployed over here to just secure this the southernmost flank of the let's say the Dubrovka, no, the Roslav Mogilev salient, yes. And well, having said that, folks, the time has come to jump straight into the episode. Alright, folks, so because the time that I have, let's say, available to prepare this voiceover is not a lot, I will be relatively fast. First of all, I wanted to comment before any one of you goes in the comments and says, "Why the hell are you LARPing so much?" Because it's fun. I love it. For me, LARPing, like as you saw today, and I think as you will see in the upcoming episodes, I will show quite often this Excel file with all the units that joined the Eastern Front at a specific date, or let's call it turn. But yeah, so for me, it's like it's a way of really role playing the Red Army's Supreme Command, or as I say, the Soviet High Command, or the STAVKA, which is gonna be very interesting because against a human opponent, you know, it's very unpredictable. I don't know if my opponent will LARP. Most likely he will not LARP. So yeah, let's see how things develop on the Eastern Front. And the other thing is that honestly, I'm very optimistic about the outcome of this campaign, because as you've seen right now, I even managed to push back one German infantry regiment, and okay, my opponent has now prepared like a screen of units on both sides of Smolensk, but you know, I'm confident that I still have more units than him. So I believe that in maybe 1, 2, maximum 3 turns by mid-March, I will close this gigantic pocket. And then after the Rasputitsa, maybe in May, I will try to attack his trapped units and annihilate the entire German army group center. If this will succeed, oh my god, this will be like, this will go down in the AARs, in the history of war in the East. And look at that, I even pushed back some units with the cavalry divisions here. And so yeah, I'm really confident that my plan will work, and we will be victorious, and we will be let's say back home for Christmas by 1942. And having said that, folks, I leave you to the rest of the episode. Enjoy the micromanagement of the units, and well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you all again in the next episode.